Hello, John Neal here. Welcome. This is going to be a handwriting video. It will be a handwriting video. If you want to jump straight to that, this is the place you've got to go to. Okay? Right. But here's a message first. This YouTube channel is an old one. It's been around 12 years and I'm going to not finish with it, but I'm not going to put any more onto this one, which is why I sort of tempted you in with a little handwriting video, because that's originally what the channel was about. It was about sign writing to start with, and then handwriting, and one of them, called Handwriting for Adults, went to 1.4 million views, which was fantastic. It even led to a book contract from America, from which I'm very grateful. So, unfortunately though, every time I put new videos on what is my new YouTube channel, which I got because I changed my email address about 5-6 years ago, it's a right nuisance going backwards and forwards from one channel to another. So, and now I'm retired, I'm not doing videos on sign writing and handwriting so much. They're on all sorts of different subjects. And that has reduced the limit of people who want to watch. So be it. But I'm retired now, been retired 5 years from sign writing, but I know it was popular. So here's the deal. This channel that you're on now will not get any more content to it. It'll still be here. You can go and watch all 325 videos and that's fine. However, I won't be putting any new ones here. So I am inviting you now to jump over to the new channel. I say new, it's been around for a while, but it hasn't got so many followers on. If you want to jump over there and see what I get up to, I might do a little bit of sign writing and handwriting over there. Pass a comment and tell me what you'd really like. So that's where it's going to go. That's where I'm going to go. Let me do some handwriting for you, because I did promise, didn't I? Yeah. And what I'm going to do is handwriting with both a pencil, a regular sort of rollerball pen, and a fountain pen, to give you the three ideas. It's basically a recap of what I've done before, but it's nice to do, so it's worth repeating. Okay, right, let's crack on. Right, here we go. By the way, if you hear any thunderclouds, it's July 27th, 2021, and we've had some hot weather, and the storm clouds are gathering here in Middle England. Right, this is what I'm going to use. A regular pencil, in fact it's a 9B, that's quite a soft pencil. A regular biro, a drawing pen, which is quite nice actually, and then finally my best fountain pen. So I use all of those to show you what the different effects are. Can I just show you with the pencil the main details? Now, I have to confess immediately, I'm not talking about left-handed people. If you do work left-handed, one of the best handwriters I ever saw was left-handed. You know, beautiful handwriting. And what he would do is point the pencil up to his left shoulder and work from there. It can be done. So if you are left-handed, sorry. This is going to be right-handed anyway. A few things I do and don't want to do. First of all, as you hold the pencil, you will be moving your wrist from the wrist here. And you'll also be moving your fingers. What I don't want you to do is to crunch all your fingers up and just use your fingers. That produces a sort of a squiggly, no sort of rhythm to it. Whereas if you work from your wrist, you can get a nice, gentle, and I suggest you have a go at this. Just waves of the sea, or roll it over and over that way, or under and under and under, or over and over and over. I always like this one, sort of an S shape. So you've got a movement of your wrist with your fingers, and therefore when you're holding the pencil or pen, whichever you can do, you need to just use these three fingers. I've seen so many people hold pencils like this, wrong. Like this, They seem to get away with it. If you've held your pencil in that form, okay, try and stick with it. But to be honest, I would hold it like that, and your 3 fingers go around it. Some pencils are actually shaped so there's only 3 sides to them. Some children's pencils are like that, and that's a very good idea. It makes you hold it with just your thumb, 2 fingers. And the other thing is, you don't need to hold it too tight. Don't crunch up, hold it with your fingers somewhat extended. Okay, I'll just turn this over actually. Let me just show you roughly what we're looking at. So when you do handwriting as it is, with small letters, you are going to basically use this O shape. And it's an oval, and it looks as if it's almost like a car speeding off into the distance that way. So these O's go like that, because that's the way if you end up doing this, or backwards, or just very rounded, that doesn't get you the rhythm that you want from this O shape. You notice that's pressed on much harder. I'm not pressing on all that heavily with this pencil. So this is how all the letters seem to fit into this. So a letter A, for instance, would be there, and you can see where the O shape, the oval, would go in there. Likewise with the B, here it comes. C is part of it, D is there, E is there. Okay, so all those have so far used that oval shape, and that is what we're aiming for. So A, B, C, D, E. G is similar, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, of course, P, Q, R. S, I suppose, fits in, T, U, V, W. No, all the others are straight letters. So the straight ones, so A, B, C, F. Again, you're going to aim up of getting the letters at this angle to the horizontal, not upright, but sloping forward slightly. It gives it a feel of moving forwards with a rhythm, which is part of the job. So an F would be along there. G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q. Okay, you get the idea. So the uprights of all those letters is slightly forwards. So with that combination, you've got the whole alphabet done. I'm just going to go over the capital letters so that you do get those fixed in your head as well, and the shape that they are. Do you want me to go over the whole alphabet first? Right. Oh, you'll notice I'm not using any lines either. I'm just, you can do if you want, use some guidelines, but by and large we can get away with it. You can sort of see how big the letters are. So let me just go through the whole alphabet. Based on Roman letters, and you can mess them about. I'll show you a little bit about that in a moment and make them look fancy, but basically the letters are like this. So the A, you'll notice the A, the body of it just slightly moves forwards. Likewise with the B, C, D, E. And these are the basic forms, which I think you ought to get right first. J, K, L. M goes right to the bottom. Please don't do that. Horrible. N, O, P, Q, R, S. S is tricky. I'll show you here. The S is basically like a snowman leaning over this way. The top is big, the bottom is even bigger. So you've got it looking like it's going to sit on the ground like that. So the S, T, U, V, W. Again, please don't do that. Take the middle up to the top there. So don't do that. W, X. Now the Y, there's a number of ways you can do it. You can either go to there and go straight down, or you can carry that along there. And finally, Z. I always do that with a Z. Why do I do that? Just a Z. Okay? Right, let me just do some flourishes on the capital letters. So the A, you could add, rather than just do that, you could do all this with the letter A. B likewise. Not a lot you can do with the C. D, you could possibly do that, that's nice. Or bring it down and over. E, you can again do that if you wanted to. F likewise. G, take that body right down there. H is nice. Look at that, you can do that to it. I, J, K. Let's do something else with the K. Put a kick on the front of it. L, M, do M again, let's do that. Let's do that at the N. O. There's nothing you do with O really. P. Suppose you could do P like that if you wanted to. Q. R. Let's do R this way. And this part of the R, you see if you're writing, let's say the word river, I would put, and then you can put that where it's got to go. R. S. T's got a number of variations. Where else can I think of that? T, R, S, T, U, V. V can go there. W, you can do this in the W if you like. How about crossing that over? X, make that long cross there. Y, straight down there I'll probably do, and then you could even take it. Well look, if you cross over that always looks interesting. Z, so those are flourishes on the capital letters. Rhythm, so we can spell rhythm now. The letters which have these like H and M are quite nice to do this with. So what I'm going to ask you to do is this. You sort of stop at the top of each of the letters. So let me write home, for instance, H, homework. Right, so what I've done is this. At the start of each letter, I start here and get that sort of rhythm going. And then pause for a moment. Pause. You'll notice I'm doing E like that because with the pen you can't push up. So I'm in the habit of doing it like that. And again, W, pause. And let me do it once more. Just watch the rhythm of the way that I like to use the pencil. And I find that gets the rhythm going nicely. Oh, let me just mention one other aspect of the writing, which is your spacing. Needless to say, you've got to really try and get the top and bottom of those level. And I have a friend of mine who will never do a high ascender. He won't write H like that. He will always make the H like that. So the K, it will always be there and not. It just looks like, I don't know, a chimney or something. It's horrible. So don't do that. Don't do that. Spacing. Right, the distance between the letters, you don't try and stretch it out. If anything, I think a mistake to stretch it out, better to squash it in. So, can I just write this then? Do not stretch. What's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. Do not stretch. Keep the letters tight. Only because there is always a tendency to go too far across, which is keep them tighter. You'll find that's better than not. Okay? Just practice then, just practice. Let me have a go with another implement, Biro. Now the thing about a Biro is, and why I like to use the pencil, is because it's the drag on the paper. If you've got, it's like running on ice. You'll slide all over the place, and a Biro tends to do that. So you will have trouble with a Biro and less with the pencil. This drawing pen has got quite a nice drag to it, so you'll notice the difference. So let me just write this is a Biro that oh, by the way, I forgot to say, make sure that you're sitting nicely, and you'll notice my paper's slightly to one side. Important point. So this is a Biro I've been using. Now this has got a nicer drag to it. You'll see there's a slight difference. So is a drawing pen with a 0.8 millimeter nib. Now I'll say at this point, this isn't heavy calligraphy, this is just regular handwriting, which I think is legible and fairly quick to do. So don't think I'm trying to show you some fantastic handwriting, although the pen, the fountain pen, I think will get us somewhere close to it. A pen which has got a square nib. So let me just draw the nib for you. It looks like that. And when you draw with it sideways, you get a thin line. And when you write with it that way, the nib produces a wide line. So it's a thick and thin, thick and thin. And this is beautiful because when you come to do a letter like, let's say, letter A, it will go thin and then thick. And if you do a letter, let's say an S, you'll end up with thin, thick and thin, because you don't twist the pen around, you hold it constantly in that shape. So a C will go thin to thick to thin. A D will go mostly that. And then when you come round, it goes thick, thin and long. I'll do it very slowly so you can see. Of course, if you go completely vertically, you're going to get a half thickness. So those should be exactly the same size. But notice I'm holding it at this angle, so that is relative to the horizontal, 45 degrees. It's lovely for doing numbers, by the way. Let's quickly do the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. So you do get a lovely effect. Just for you, my friends, I will do a brand new piece of paper and write the message which I've got to drive home. Let me just put a message to all my followers so far. Now, so let's So it's nice to put it, I'm going to put thank you, so I'm going to put a capital T, and I'll make it quite big. And let me just do it a little bit fancy here for you. Look, how about this? Watch this. This is even cleverer. Oh, yes. Yeah, got ink on my finger. For your support. On this channel called John Neal. Please. I've got the down here. It's please move over to my latest channel called John Longcroft-Neal. This is going to be my main YouTube channel. Woo! From now on. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay, so that's with an italic fountain pen. So there we have it, folks. It's not so much that I'm ditching the old channel, it's just that I'm going to continue everything on the new channel. So move from John Neal channel, that's this one, onto the new one, which is John Longcroft-Neal. John R. Longcroft-Neal, yeah. Links below, make sure you do that. So thank you, and yeah, join me on the other one to wander off into my retirement. I've been retired 5 years now, I know, but yeah, there's cycling, video work, drone, I love the drone, it's great fun, painting, what else could we do, gardening, yeah, music. In fact, if you want to ask, I'll do. In fact, I've done 1 or 2 videos, for instance, about the history of the Middle England here where I live. The Battle of Bosworth, and George Eliot, who was a famous authoress from the 19th century, lived in Nuneaton, where I live here. What else? Boudica went to defeat the Romans way back in about 60 AD. Didn't quite work, she got slaughtered, but there you go. It's the way it is sometimes. So anything that you'd like, any suggestions of any of those subjects or something within those subjects, I'm all game. I'm just looking for projects. I've got time on my hands. I need things to do. So it's terrific when I get comments back. Thank you very much for doing that. We've got a little gang of people sort of gathered together, you see. You're more than happy to join the gang. Please do. So come over. See you over there, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye bye. Let's go. Come on.